2014 to 2018, 4 years.
Yes.
What would you say were the biggest challenges of those 4 years in building Rack Center?
Changing mindsets, that's been a huge challenge. Changing mindsets with the banks. You don't have to build a data center. We also had to build a track record of reliability, trust, and so on to prove to the business environment that this is a data center company you can actually trust to outsource to. And that has been something we've been through successfully. And we're very proud and pleased with where Rack Center is now. As we say, Rack Center, we're proudly Nigerian. Mm-hmm. You know, we're truly African. And we have good, strong global recognition. Mm-hmm. And on that platform now, we're now building that as an African company. Mm-hmm. And we're expanding scale. We're doubling our capacity right now. And it's a critical scale phase for us. We're now doubling into 1.5 megawatts. We're now a megawatt company. Mm-hmm. And with other megawatt locations. And the market has changed. Now the scale is coming into the market. And now we've now got the basis to transform across Africa because we believe we've built a trusted global brand that's anchored in Africa right now in Rack Center.
And how do you see the digital infrastructure market developing in Africa?
Exciting, for a variety of reasons. If I go back to the mobile telephony days, you know, the success of that has been fantastic, way beyond people thought. Africa, given the spending, you know, powers in the continent. Why? The business model, the customer model changed into a pay-as-you-go, from a prepaid to a prepaid model, pay-as-you-use it, pay-as-you-go. Okay. Progressively over the last few years, the fiber penetration in Africa, into Africa, the last 1,000 kilometers or whatever, has been improving. Africa is pretty well served by undersea cables. You have 5 undersea cables that serve the Atlantic coast of Africa and the Pacific coast of Africa. On the east, you have about 3 other undersea cables. And the challenge has been, how do you get the broadband penetration inland into Africa? And that's been progressing very well. I have some great companies like Liquid Telecom. They've been doing a lot of work. They've connected Cairo through to Cape Town. They've got some great fiber implementations going on. You know, Orange is doing some great stuff across Africa. So the broadband penetration is getting into Africa now. 4G LTE is going to be very transformative for Africa. You know, all the masts have been there to provide 2.5, 3G telephony capability, which is, I find, has been the amazing infrastructure success in Africa. You know, the mobile telephony is a base that's allowing Africa to now leapfrog the world with fintech and all the other solutions that help agriculture, the agriculture value chain. And the same thing is, I mean, could you imagine having all these masts where you have to have a diesel value chain because you don't have, you know, embedded, you have to generate the power for each mast. You have to have the security to support. But nevertheless, it's been the penetration of mobile telephony in Africa. It's been amazing. That success, I believe, is going to be the base for transformation in Africa because 4G LTE rides off all those masts that have been put in place. So you're going to have a transformation, not fiber to the home or fiber to the point of use as it always used to be. And in just a few years now, it's changed into having a fiber to the hub where you then deliver the broadband. You know, I always say broadband is what matters, not fiber. But fiber is an enabler to broadband to then distribute the 4G LTE to the endpoints. This is now going to be how you get the consumption of cloud. Once we start to get that broadband penetration, the only way you can actually turn technology into a pay-as-you-go, pay-as-you-use model is cloud. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the volume, Africa is 1.3 billion people. That's bound to really take off. It's the next wave. So after Asia now that people talk about, it's going to be enabled through technology.